everyone, this is Konkura speaking. Today is the 16th July 2026 and we are just 9 days away from the Christopher Street Day Berlin, where I will also attend as a male straight ally. And I have uploaded a video in the past on 28th May 2026 where I was introducing to you the stuff that I will bring to my very first CSD, because I have never been at one before. So this will be my first one, and right here in my hometown. And yesterday evening I have finally embedded all the buttons and pins on the three most important items for my CSD. At first, we have this backpack by OR&MI. This is actually a Chinese company. It's made in China, but it's not bad, you know. And I bought it cheaply at the Dongshuan Center in Berlin. This giant Asian market, which is very famous. For some people it may be infamous, but actually it's very great, at least for me. And I have bought this backpack only for the Christopher Street Day, because I obviously have another backpack that I use for almost daily. And this backpack I have just bought for the CSD, because obviously when you attach pins and buttons, you have to stick them through the actual material that this backpack is being made of. And yeah, I have tried to embed as much as I could. This is not even everything, you know. I also have my Boony Hat, which I have also embedded with pins and buttons all around. We're getting to this in a minute. And then of course also my belly bag, which I have also introduced to you already in the video of 28th May. If you want to see that video, I have embedded the link to this video in the video description of this video. Guess what? The Boony Hat and this belly bag are actually not the ones that I have shown to you in my previous video, because I like them very much. So I have decided to go to the Dongshuan Center again, which I did just yesterday, and I have bought this stuff again, because this is the actual Boony Hat that I have been presenting to you in my previous video. And I like it so much that I have decided, you know what, I do not want to stick all those pins and buttons through it and damage it in this way, you know. So I have decided that I just buy myself another Boony Hat of the same kind, with the same colors. I think it's maybe a little darker. You cannot really see it in the video, maybe a bit. That this one, you know, the camouflage, which I like very much, you know, the camouflage colors, they are a bit darker than in this one, you know. But you know, that is why I have decided to use this Boony Hat instead. And also the same with my belly bag. This is the actual belly bag that I have introduced to you in my video, but you know, I enjoy it so much that I have decided that I buy myself a new one. And you know, this is all very cheap. I mean, this belly bag, it just only did cost me €8, and this Boony Hat actually just did cost me €10. So I've only spent €18 for those two pieces. But this is not why I want to show you this video. I just wanted to create this video to show you that I have embedded all the necessary pins and buttons. Now, for everybody who hasn't been watching my previous video, and I guess those will be most of you, I have been talking in other videos about this in the past, for example, where I gave my straight ally opinion about the two flags that are actually being used for female homosexuality, which I want to support because of a certain reason, which I'm getting to that. You know, I personally, this is my my favorite symbol. You know, this is the old one, the It's actually the symbol of the so-called lesbian pride flag, you know, with the purple color, the black triangle that is standing on its head, and the white double-bladed battle axe, which is known as a labris. This was the one that gained my attention because I am an author and I write about the Amazons, and I have my own website. I have also given you the link in the video description. You can take a look if you want, but the website is all in German language, so you better have some translation software ready. You know, this really gained my attention, and then I figured out this symbol is actually an old symbol that depicts female homosexuality. And guess what? Due to the fact that I write about Amazons, and due to my logical thinking, Amazons, they are only women and they slaughter men on the battlefield. They hate them and they only grow up among women. You know, what could their sexuality be like? Well, yeah, to me, Amazons must have been homosexual. And for the many years that I am writing on my stories, my greatest epic is almost 10 years old. It will turn 10 in December this year. You know, it just became quite a passion. You can say that, and I have changed myself a lot in a positive way too, by being more, you know, by accepting all of this stuff more. Because before that, well, I was a bit against that, I guess, or maybe just neutral. But today I'm very positive, and now this will be my first CSD where I'm going to as a straight ally, and I have embedded the straight ally symbol just to make sure that the people won't give me any strange looks when they say, hey, this is a man, does he believe that he's a woman or something, you know, is he maybe trans or something? No, I'm a straight ally, you know. I am using this symbol only on a few occasions here on my backpack because I wanted to fill it up with those symbols, you know. Those colors actually are the colors of the Sunset Pride flag that is being used since 2018 because it was invented in the same year, and it has so far almost replaced the Lesbian Pride flag or Lesbian Pride symbol from 1999. I have also a flag that I will carry around with this symbol on that day, which I have also shown you in my previous video, or presented to you in my previous video. You know, everything is going great. You know, I also have this feminism symbol. You know, I have all bought it. I have bought everything from the same website. I do not mention which website because this is obviously not an advertisement video, and I would never make something like this. Yeah, but I think that I have done everything that I could, you know. And the only problem maybe with the pins is that they, of course, can turn around because, you know, they have this... I have more of that stuff here, as you can see. You know, those pins actually have those round things around them, which is good for... attaching those pins and making sure that they are set straight and that they are safely embedded to the material of this backpack and also of the belly bag and of course my Boony Hat, because with those ones here, with those round buttons, it's a bit more complicated, but as you can see, it's manageable too. But it, you know, it doesn't matter that they turn around all the way. You can turn them around all the way. But you know, it's the CSD. There are no real rules about anything. So yeah, I'm already quite excited. I have to tell you that I'm also quite nervous. But yeah, I really will go there. And I do not want to make this video an hour long again. So I continue now with let's get this backpack maybe away. And let's continue with the Boony Hat first. The Boony Hat, you know, I have embedded all the pins and buttons all around. You know, it looks like the Boony Hat of a fisherman, you know, or fisherwoman, you know, because, you know, they often have those kinds of hats too, and they have all kinds of stuff embedded on their hats. You may wonder why I only have embedded the pins and buttons on the sun shield instead of around here, you know. Well, that's because the Boony Hat, when I wear it, it goes all the way down to my head, and I would feel the pins and the buttons here. I would feel all of this stuff on my head if it would stick through here, and you know, this would be feel very uneasy, you know. So I have decided to not do that. And as you can see, yeah, those buttons, you have to stick them through like this, and you have to you know, make the material a little narrow to get it through and to make sure that it holds here too. So actually I enjoy embedding those buttons more than the pins more than the buttons. This is a button. The round things are buttons. Those things are the pins, you know. And you know, this is the front of the Boony Hat, you know, because, you know, this is my favorite symbol. I like it so much, so I have decided, okay, let's put that thing first. And but make sure that I have a straight ally pin on every side, on the right side, on the back, and also on the left side. Okay, so no matter from where they will look at me, if somebody will look at me, of course, because there will be so many people and so many colors and flags and pins and buttons and symbols and wristbands. I also have my wristbands, which I have also presented to you in my video from 28th May. You know, maybe I will not be seen at all. Maybe I don't think that the people will actually care, and you know, that's okay, you know. But I just want to be there for support as a straight ally, especially for, as I call them, due to my Amazons, I call them Amazon sisters instead of using the term lesbian, because, you know, it has to do with Sappho, and according to my research, it was rather unlikely that she was really homosexual, you know, because she was from the island Lesbos, and the term lesbian is actually for people that are from the island Lesbos. So that is why, you know, I'm using the word sometimes in a few of my lyrics, for example, in my Amazon metal videos that I also create or generate with Gemini AI. But you know, but I just use it sometimes and not all the time. So I am using the term Amazon sisters. But of course, I'm not just there for their support or to support them, but also to support all other kinds of people, everybody who's there, you know. Again, I was never at the CSD before, so I do not know what to expect and where I'm throwing myself into, you know. And to make sure that I can carry my stuff all around, I of course have my backpack, you know. Of course I will fill my backpack with water, with some cookies, you know, as refreshment and all. And of course my camera, I mean my phone, you know, the phone that I'm holding right now, with my phone stand. And maybe I can make some few videos of during the CSD when we are marching through the city, because I will definitely attend the march from the beginning to the end, which leads from Spittelmarkt, that's a little west of Alexanderplatz, you know, with the television tower, and then go all the way to the street of 17th June between the Brandenburg Gate and the Victory Column. And I do not know how long I will then be there, maybe for 1 or 2 hours, it depends, you know, because I guess it will also be very hot on that day, because it will be in late July. Now, to the belly bag. As you can see, I only have embedded a few pins and buttons, only 2 buttons, the rest are all pins, because there's not much space. Actually, I was thinking of using this part as a space, but you know, I have the zipper here and all, so I didn't want to do that. And due to the fact that I'm also carrying a flag and wristbands and my Boony Hat and of course my backpack and all, and a cool t-shirt, which I have already all presented to you on 28th May. Again, the link to that video is in the video description. Okay, so I do not show you everything here, because I have shown you this already in the past, almost 2 months ago. But yeah, so I have just embedded a few pieces here, also 2 pieces there, and I have made sure that those are different pieces. You know, you have the flag with the sunset pride flag. You have the feminism symbol. This is a button, of course. And here I have my favorite symbol, you know, the lesbian pride flag as a pin, and the sunset pride flag, or the colors, at least it's not the flag, of course, as a button. And then I have here in the middle, in the center, I have a straight ally pin again, just to make sure that people see, okay, he's a straight ally and he is not maybe a trans man who says that he is now a woman, you know, or who wants to invade spaces that should be protected when it comes to women, you know, because I do not want to invade anyone's space. I just want to be there as support. And then here on the left side, of course, my favorite symbol. I could never get enough of this, because the Labris, you know, reminds me so much of my Amazons that I'm writing about. And actually, during the 1970s, the symbol was used by Amazon sisters that were on feminist demonstrations, especially in the US back then in the 1970s, and they were using the double-bladed battle axe called a Labris you know, because they were taking the Amazons as a prime example for feminism, because, you know, the Amazons, they were fighting, they were warriors, and they had no men around them. You know, of course, there are some sources that say, well, they've had men as slaves for reproduction and all, but actually I have different theories about that when it comes to that, but I'm not going into detail about this today in this video. So yeah, this is it. Again, I have bought the Boony Hat and the belly bag just yesterday at the Dongshuan Center, just to have more of them, because I enjoy those very much. So I want to buy a second edition of each to make sure that I do not waste the stuff that I want to carry around with myself daily, especially in the disastrous heat like we've had a few weeks ago in Berlin with 40 degrees in late June, which was a record heat, you know. Such a Boony Hat, even without the pins and buttons, of course, can become very handy. You know what? I actually call those things the Delta Force hat, because I was a great fan of the old Delta Force video game series by Novelogic, which started in 1998. With the first Delta Force, and then of course it had some more games. They were not realistic, but the characters, you know, the Delta Force, they were always carrying those Boony hats. So I have always called it the Delta Force hat, even before I have heard that they are called Boony hats, you know, and I always call them the Delta Force hats. But this is the one that I would wear for daily usage, at least when the sun is burning down. This one I will be using for the CSD, which will be in 9 days. And this is, again, the belly bag that I will be carrying with me. And again, this will be the backpack where I carry everything inside. And of course, it has all the pins and buttons ready. And yeah, so all of my preparations for my very first CSD are done. Again, I'm quite nervous. I do not know what to expect. I do not watch any YouTube videos about it or any pictures or so, because you know, I really want to be surprised. I think I will already arrive there an hour before it starts, when people already start to mass up, you know, because the official demonstration through the city, the march, starts at 11:30 a.m. And, you know, I want to be there already at 10:30 to make sure that, you know, I'm just standing around a bit, check things out, and just look around and already wave the Amazon flag, as I call it, therefore the lesbian pride flag. And yeah, I'm quite nervous, but I really will do it, because, you know, my life is going to change big time. Just a few days ago, I have finally also applied for university. You know, my application right now is being checked, you know, so I hope that I will go to university this year. My favorite are the Japan studies, and my second that I have been choosing, is China studies. So of course, I want to have Japan studies because I have started learning Japanese in January this year. But I hope that I at least get China studies because I also still enjoy China as a country and all. And I had been learning Chinese many years ago in the past. So with my many changes in my life that are happening right now, I also want to celebrate it big time in 9 days at the Christopher Street Day. And again, I will do the entire march from the beginning to the end. And when they are just standing around until the late evening on the street of 17th June between the Brandenburg Gate and the Victory Column, well, I guess I will maybe just be there for an hour or two, and then I will retreat to my favorite place in Tiergarten, which is the Amazon on horseback statue, which is very close to the street of 17th June. This will be my point where I can retreat to, and maybe it could also, as they would say in the old Delta Force video games, it could also be my extraction point, but of course I will not be taken up by a helicopter, but I have to take the subway back home then. Anyway, this is just what I want to show you. I am ready for the CSD, definitely. There's nothing more that I can do. I have done all of my preparations. I have already bought myself the water and the cookies as refreshments, and if somebody should need something, then I will be there too to give it to them, no matter who they are. It doesn't have to be Amazon sisters or something, but or someone else, but I'm ready. So whoever is watching this video and will be there too, maybe we will see each other there, maybe not, because on this big mass of people with all kinds of colors and costumes and all, I think I will be still quite normal, because all I have are just those pins and buttons, and all the other people, they will come in all kinds of costumes and whatnot. I have no idea what I'm going to see. And yeah, so anyway, if you have any suggestions, oh, I have such a problem to speaking this word. If you have any suggestions how I can make maybe even a better video, or how I can improve myself making those videos, because I know I'm always talking so long, and most of you do not even watch this until the end. You just watch the first few seconds and that's it, because my videos are always so long and I'm just doing blah blah blah. You can leave me a comment and tell me how to get better, because I want to get better, just as I'm trying now, because this is my very first CSD where I'm going to. I actually already want to go there last year, but then I was too afraid. My fears won over me. But this year in 2026 they finally will not, and it's just 9 days left. So whoever will be there, hopefully I'll see you there. And otherwise, I say thank you and see you next time.